Hi, this is JC Mack, and thanks for taking the time to listen to this little podcast. This particular topic, this particular business topic that I'm going to delve into is titled How to Leverage Your Business. And I've been thinking about this for some time now, and recently having spent a lot of effort and focus on looking at the economy and business in the economy and where business is headed, where the economy is headed, and what is the long-term outlook for all of us that are in mid to small, even large corporations and businesses today. So what does the future look like? And what is the long-term outlook for that? I'm a real believer that yes, playing the short game is important, but also knowing what's coming, like where we've been and where we're going, is really important in terms of the strategy you implement with your business. For example, if you're a retailer and things look really good right now and all you do is hope that people walk into your store, purchase your products, and there's enough of them currently doing that to pay the rent, and your employees with a little bit left over, is one particular view, short-term view of the success of your business. If you look at a longer-term view, you might discover that less and less people are going into retail shops, more and more people are using the internet, and so on and so on. So a long-term view can affect the strategy and give you the insight to design strategies that will help you to recover, but that's the wrong word, to help you prosper in your business. Now, I've been spending the last few years working with retailers, mid-sized retailers, and I've seen an awful lot of this. I've seen a lot of retail outlets close, big and small, and for a lot of economic reasons. It's tougher than it's ever been. And if I look at the economics of where we're headed, it doesn't look like it's going to get any better. And the reason I believe this is true is because the U.S. continues to print what they call fiat money or paper money. Now, keeping in mind that paper money is no longer backed by gold like it used to be. In 1971, President Nixon took us off the gold standard, and the whole world shifted to paper currency. And the value of that paper currency was pegged to the U.S. economy. So now that we're having all of these problems in the U.S., the paper currency and what it's been globally pegged to is beginning to fall apart. There's a lot of countries now that no longer have any faith in the U.S. dollar, keeping in mind that most of the U.S. money is residing outside of the U.S. A lot of these countries, China and a lot of these big countries, Russia, are beginning to see that the U.S. is in trouble economically, and that the debt load of the U.S. is unpayable. It is enormous, and we continue over there to incur more and more debt every year. We just raise the debt ceiling, and continue to print more and more money. So what happens when you print more and more money? It becomes less valuable. So the more paper currency we have, and by the way, other countries are doing this too, including here in the UK and other countries, printing. The printing presses are running night and day as a way of trying to prevent a collapse of the economy. But in fact, what it does is devalue or debase the currency, as they say. So the more paper money there is, the less valuable it becomes. So when a loaf of bread might have cost you 50p, it might now cost you $1. It's not that the bread's got more expensive, it's that the dollar is in decline. The dollar is worth less. It's not that your house is worth more, it's that the dollar is worth less. So if you have a £500,000 home and you have it assessed and they tell you it's worth $600,000, it's not that the house is worth more. It's that it takes more pounds or dollars to purchase it now because the value of that money is shrinking. And that continues to be the case. So what does a business person do to keep his doors open, to keep selling their products, driving traffic into their brick and mortar businesses or their locations? One of the things I believe can support you in this is looking for ways to leverage your business. And what I mean by that in this case is looking for other revenue streams and other ways of selling your product and to look at what your product's connected to. For example, if I have a client of mine that is in the wedding business, one of the things that we have discovered about being in the wedding business or purchasing a wedding dress is that when a person is being married, they also need a lot of other things because they're beginning a new life. So they might have children. They'll need children's clothes, toys for children. They might need a new house, so together they might jointly want to purchase a home. They might need a new car. They may need kitchen utilities. All of these things, all of these products are connected to this couple being married. So it might start out as a wedding dress or a tuxedo, but it soon eventually expands into a whole raft of other products. And when you begin to open your mind to the product or products you're selling and look at how you can connect them to a vast array of other products, you're beginning to leverage what you've got. And this has huge value. So the first point I want to make is in leveraging your business to really brainstorm everything that's connected to your business. I remember when I was consulting in the oil industry, it began by selling a drum or a gallon of oil. That's all the oil industry did at one time, was sell barrels of oil. And then they discovered that there was hundreds of components that made up that oil. And once isolated, they could sell on the stock market, on the trading floor, all of those other components. So now when you go into Sainsbury's and you pack your bag, your food in the bags, those plastic bags have hydrocarbons in them, which are oil byproducts. The dashboard of your car, the wheels on your car, there's all kinds of products that you use now that come from a barrel of oil. So they've diversified that one barrel of oil and look for other ways of leveraging it. And that's what I mean. Look at your business and your core products and then look at what they're connected to. Not something that's not connected to it. So if you sell houses, telling people you're now selling cars really dilutes your product. So it needs to be connected. So look at your core product and then look at what are the other services that are connected to the product that you are selling. And then the second part is, how can you then begin to connect the dots with those other products and leverage your revenue from them? So could you get a percentage from the people that are selling that product that's connected to your product? How can you guys begin to connect with each other and create kind of like a web and use that to remunerate each other and recommend each other with their products? So it's really just a bit of a heads up. I think the future, unfortunately, looks like, in terms of the economy, looks like things may get worse before they get better. If that's the case, I think we need more revenue streams, more ways of generating revenue. Yes, use your retail outlet. Yes, please use the internet, use networking, use every means you can to begin to get your product out there and to connect to other products and to utilize a whole web of products to your advantage. So I hope that's of some use. If you want to contact me, you can do that at www.webandbusinessexpert.com. If you leave your name and email address, there you will begin to receive free education on marketing and email marketing and internet marketing. I'm happy to provide that. Or please send me an email if you'd like to chat. We'll see you on the next one.